Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Varcity, man. You already know what it is, man. Shout out to Heritage Hip Hop, man. That's what it is.
Peace and blessings, everybody. This is Karev from Heritage Hip Hop, and this is a family affair. Shout out to Goodfellas TV, my man Tommy. We got Big A, Dab, and the fam, and they brought a gift to Heritage Hip Hop. Introduce yourselves to the crowd right now.
What's going on, man? It's your boy Jay Varcity, man, from Rockland, New York, 845 Stand Up. You already know what it is, man. We vibing with Heritage Hip Hop.
All right, and we got...
It's your boy Zoe, Big Brass on the scene, you know what I'm saying, repping that 148 West Side.
Okay, and the best thing about this is that everybody watching this don't know who you are. And so now we're gonna make it even bigger by introducing them to real hip hop and not that mainstream trash. So tell them who Jay Varcity is and what makes it sound official.
Well, man, Jay Varcity is a firm believer in music, you know what I mean, as far as like music in its totality, you know what I mean? Like there's no lane, like it's just this, it's just that, it's just that. Nah, it's music to me. Everything is, I can make a beat out of a pen and pad, and a beat with the mouth, and a beat with an instrument, and a beat with any type of thing that I can grasp my, you know what I mean, hands on. But it's not because, okay, I'm just talented. Nah, it's because you can make music out of it. You know what I mean? Like, I just, Varcity's basically just like, I'm driven, you know what I mean? Like, my father, he was a musician, you know what I mean? So I basically followed his footsteps, but took it to another level, you know what I mean, with my own, you know, because I feel like I just have a different, like, lane, you know what I mean, as opposed to just, like, any other artist, you know.
You're not just any other artist, though. And the reason why I say that is because music is very given. It's not very earned. See, you earn people's respect, but music is groomed from your insides.
Right.
So either you have it or you don't. Right. And there's a major difference. I use this with people who like basketball. You got people who are basketball players and people who just play ball.
Right.
Playing ball, I mean, yeah, I can shoot, I could do a little bit of this, but when you're a basketball player, you are a master of craft.
Right. Mm-hmm.
How did you master the craft? How did it begin, and where did you really find your, yeah, I got this, now I can do this?
Okay, well, it started, my father, he was a musician, like I said before, but what happened was he used to leave instruments around when I was a kid. So my sister, she played chopsticks one day, and then she was messing it all up, you know what I'm saying, so fucking it up. I'm sitting here like, yo, that sounds terrible. So I go downstairs, I'm like, you're supposed to do it like this. And then my pops just looked at me. And then I looked back at him, he's like, do that again. Because you know, he's Haitian, island. I'm like, do that again, boy. So I go ahead, I did it. And he's like, you know what? You keep this keyboard, I go get in on it. You know what I mean? Like, and then I started practicing, you know what I mean? Because then it became, okay, I gotta be better than him. You know what I mean? So I started picking up on other instruments, you know, through school, you know, band and all types of other stuff. And then I used to write poetry a lot. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you're just a kid, you know, you try to bag a shorty or whatever.
Of course.
A couple little lines.
Look good as hell. How can I tell? You know? Yeah.
And so one day, like my brother, like rest in peace, you know what I'm saying, because he was murdered in 04, but at the time, he used to have his little raps and whatnot, and I used to be like, yo, man, that's trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's straight up, like, you know what I mean? That's trash. You should say this, say that. And he's like, you know what? That sounds all right. Then I started making beats. I started making beats the old way, because like I said, my father was old school, so we had a sequencer machine. Mm-hmm. It was like a Roland R8 drum machine. And we had this little sequencer joint with it, MIDI, and then we MIDI'd it to the M1 chord, and that's how we was making beats, with floppy disks and stuff like that. And then my boy, later on, he put me on the Fruity Loops, and you know, the way he was doing his drumming, I'm like, yo, I tried my best to do it by hand. I'm like, I can't match that speed. And all he did was just click, like a row of things. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I like this right here. And you know, I just kept building on it. You know what I mean? Like, and that's pretty much. Well, there's a lot, but you know, that's pretty much like the cliff notes. You know, as you know what I mean, like to what's going on with that. You know, how I got to where I'm at now.
But the thing about a real musician, not a producer, is that producers can give you the sound with an arrangement, but a person who composes creates that aura of music before it hits your ear. Because there's nothing like when you went to a live show and you were in the seat and it was just like, oh, this shit about to start, and then the lights drop. That's composition. Where somebody can just like, yo, just play that, ain't that shit hot? There's a difference. And I could tell that with your music because this is nerd hip hop speak right now.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with it. It's music. So,
your music is clean, where other people's music is bitten. I always hear ghosts when I hear hip hop tracks or music tracks, and this is what I mean when I say ghosts. Like I said, we're going to some nerd talk. If you don't put the right amount of tracks in your beat, you get air pockets, sound, and whizzes like that.
Right.
So when a lot of people's beats are not complete, the air knocks as hard as the snare. It's nothing but air that hits your ear. Am I correct?
Absolutely.
So then when you hear a beat by Dr. Dre, and everybody talk about his drums, it's his horns that fill in the air.
Yeah,
or Primo will have other sounds like that brings the instrumentation out.
Yeah, especially the fact that he's a DJ. You know?
Exactly. So I never want to hear you say you call yourself a producer, you're a composer. And to know that music has pockets and you have to fill them is a unique gift and quality. What is the most satisfying instrument? Is it the sound of the instrument or the voice that you project on the instrument?
The voice that you project
How
on the
so?
instrument. Because if I could mimic what I had in my head to the instrument is a slave to my mind. You know what I mean? So there's no greater feeling. It's just like having a producer having a beat in his head and you're at work, knowing that you get off at 5 and it's 9 a.m. You just clocked it. And you're like, God damn, you know. You would flip this. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then boom, as soon as you get off, you gotta keep it in your head. So then when you get to the house and you go to that keyboard, you go to that slave instrument, you make it do what it do, then it's like, wow, there's no greater feeling than that. That's amazing. You know what I mean? That's one of I love that.
You got to, because you have the gift that the pocket of hip hop does not really, we don't celebrate that too much, you know? Like this. How many people know Busta Rhymes makes beats, but he rhymes the way he does? We always talk about Kanye West. If you were an old school person, then you talk about Kwame, because he's the real first Kanye West of hip hop, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, Q-Tip, DJ Quick, those are people who are eloquent in rhyme, but they were just as eloquent on the boards and in composition, not beat creation. Like I said, that part of hip hop is grossly underrepresented, bless you. It's grossly underrepresented, and that's the part of hip hop that I think is missing, the musicality of the culture. How does musicality overshoot and determines the product rather than the beat and the head nod to you?
Okay. Well, for me, it's like, well, it kind of depends. Because if like now, the modern music, if somebody wants to come up to me like, yo, I want this type beat, and I hate the word type beat. Like, I can't stand it. So now, like, yo, I want this type beat, a Roscoe Down, whatever type beat. I already know what to expect. Heavy 808, snare, hi-hat, triple, eighth note, a little quarter, breakdown, light melody, get out of my face, get my bread. You know what I'm saying? Like, now, if somebody who's a musician, like a singer, R&B singer, approaches me like, yo, I would like to work, then I look at it like, okay, I gotta hear you a cappella so that I can build something in my head around your voice. And then I could see what flows with you, you know what I mean? As opposed to just throwing everything in the pot like a bad chef, you know what I mean? Like, you just figure it out. And then once I get the right sound, it could be anything, it could be like a flute, it could be anything that could just spark it, you know what I mean? Once it's sparked and then it goes through and there's a relationship and it meshes well with the voice, then there's a build up with it. That's the musicality that you're talking about. That's where it comes from. It comes from appreciating the artist and appreciating yourself. and having a vision and being able to put that vision to light. You know what I mean? Like building a house. Like the musicality would be the blueprint. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then everything else is just based off of what you already had envisioned. You're just putting it together. You know what I mean? Like,
so let me ask you a real fucked up question. That's real though. Hip hop killed R&B.
yeah.
Cause now every singer look like a rapper, and every rapper want to sing, and that shit is trash.
Yeah.
Everybody,
Absolutely.
This is Karev talking, and if you don't agree, see me on this couch. I think R&B is dead.
Yeah.
Because we went from the days of, let's just say, the Temptations,
Okay.
to Michael Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Jodeci was the beginning of the switch, but it was still musical. I mean, we even downgraded. You know, I'm not gonna say they're the downgrade, but
I
yeah, like,
I
wouldn't say that.
You still got one. You still got one R&B king.
Who was that?
Chris Brown.
Right.
And he rapping too?
Yeah, but at the same time, it's
his
like
his rap ain't.
if
really
you're rapping,
like,
if you're rapping on the melody, then you know
nobody
what I mean?
really
Like,
paying attention to his.
it's just like you said, rappers want to be singers and singers
Yeah.
want to be rappers.
Yeah, so-
but he's doing both because he's singing and doing it. You know what I mean? So I can't knock him. And on top of that, his hits and his tenure back him up. So if he wants to rap, he can rap. Like Trey Songz be rapping, but don't nobody in Sam Hell look at him as a rapper, especially me.
But see, that's my point. That when the musicality leaves, it just becomes sound. And people are just producing sound, and the sound isn't rooted in anything, and it has no groundwork or foundation.
The music never left. The producers, it's no different than what I said. If somebody comes up and approaches me and wants a trap beat or this type beat, there's a bunch of people that want that. And there's like one or two people that want the good stuff. Producers are like, they're like, hey, let me take care of this. Hey, I'll get to you because I already know that's gonna be a project, as opposed to me just getting this out the way and that's the industry. It's propaganda. They don't care about the music. They don't care about it. Like they care about it enough to where if you got enough followers and you're making enough music or whatever, then they say, okay, we'll give him a chance because he looks like he's already lit. He looks like he already got something going on. The real musicians are like the real artists are the ones that are under the radar. You know what I mean? The ones that you rarely see because they're not given that opportunity. You at an open mic, there's a bunch of, I want to block with the boom, hey, I got all be in your block, yeah, niggas out there, think about that, yeah, hey, shop on the block, she giving me talk, yo, fucking in the party, and then by the time it comes down to the, I just wanna boo, it's propaganda, and it makes you not want to hear that. Think of it this way. If I play that Welcome to the Party song, right, and then play Marvin Gaye, Let's Get It On right after, what would happen to the club?
It would mellow out because plus they don't blend right.
They don't blend right.